everyone, and welcome back to Pilates on the Water. And today Lammy and I have got a full body workout for you to do. I hope you enjoy it, and if you click like and subscribe, that is a free way of supporting our channel. So let's go do it. So we're going to roll down now onto the mat and find a neutral spine position. In your neutral spine, remember we want the pelvis to be nice and level with the floor. We're engaging our abs, our tummy muscles and the lower rib cage. We have our knees bent and feet flat with the heels placed in line with the sit bones. Just lengthening through your spine and reaching into the crown of the head, making sure that we're nice and long through the back of the neck and that chin is softly down. So just place your head block or your towel behind your head if you need one, in order to keep your neck in neutral position. There might be a small space underneath your back, and lengthening those arms down. We'll inhale and just reaching up into those fingertips. Retracting your shoulder blades, exhale and peel the arms out to the side and just try and find the ground underneath the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale, peeling up to center, lengthening the fingers towards the ceiling, but keeping those shoulders retracted into the mat. Exhaling and peel out. And inhale to lengthen up. And exhale to peel out. And inhale to lengthen up. So now we're going to just rotate the palms away. Inhale to lengthen again, and exhale, just folding those arms in the opposite direction, reaching away from the body, lengthening out into the fingertips in the opposite direction, and inhale, center. And then of course going to the other side, we'll switch, exhale as you reach away, and inhale, center. Now we're just loosening up between those shoulders. As you breathe out and reach away, try not to allow your ribs to flare or lift towards the ceiling. And one more, a long reach into those fingertips. Exhale and inhale, center. Now we're going to bring those fingers just behind the head and open the elbows, ready for some upper abdominal warm-ups. Now these are suitable for everybody at level 1 stage, but if you have an injury to your spine or osteoporosis, do stick to just level 1 and don't come into that flexion for chest lift or Pilates curl. Fingertips behind the head, just send those elbows out wide to the ground. Be careful though, you don't lose the ribs here. Inhale. As you breathe out, we're going to tighten the tummy muscles and the rib cage and just float that head slightly away from the floor using those tummy muscles. Maintain your neutral neck position. Don't round or flex the neck or the spine. Just supporting the head weight on those fingertips, elbows wide. And then inhale to return to the floor. We'll do that level 1 head hover again. Inhale, exhale and float. Inhale, exhale and float back down. Continue with your level 1 hovers if you have an injury or a condition. Otherwise, we're going to progress now to level 2 or chest lift. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're squeezing those tummy muscles, lower rib cage, unpeeling the back of the head and the shoulders. Just coming a little higher now into chest lift. We've lifted the shoulders away from the floor and we now have flexion through the neck and the spine, and the gaze is now looking between those knees. Inhale to repeal. Exhale. So continuing with your level 2 if you're not injured and you don't have any osteoporosis or other conditions limiting your flexion. For level 3, we're going to work in Pilates curl. So either continue with your level 1 or 2, or coming with me, well, inhale to reach all the way to the back, lengthening those fingers. As you exhale, squeezing down with the rib cage, just bring that chin slightly towards the chest, and we're unpeeling the upper spine as well. Try and keep the shoulders back though, so we're not rounding those shoulders forward. Inhale to re-peel from your Pilates curl, but don't lose your ribs. Keep them drawn down and engaged. Exhale to curl up, unpeeling the upper spine, and inhaling to re-peel. And we'll just do 2 more, whichever level you're doing, warming up those abdominals. And I think Lammy is continuing with her pose, so that's great. Well done, Lamb. We'll have 1 more. And inhale. Now circle those arms wide around, close to the floor, and take some deep, easy breaths. We'll continue warming up through the abs and the arms, and begin to work towards Pilates 100. Lengthen your arms down beside you, reaching into those fingertips. Now we really need to brace those arm muscles and stretch the arms, reaching just above the mat. We're going to begin to pulse the whole arm from the shoulder, breathing in for 5 pulses and puffing out for 5 pulses. Work at finding your core muscles as you work those arms strongly. Now, if you're not injured and you don't have osteoporosis, we can uncurl into or curl up into our chest lift position as well. But otherwise, just stay down on the mat with your head resting on your towel or your block. We're breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue with that breathing pattern, and now option, add 1 leg into your tabletop position or 2. We're stretching those toes, knees are directly above the hips, lower leg level with the floor, and we're still working those breaths. In 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep reaching strongly into your fingertips. We'll make this our last 10. Lengthening into the crown of the head, and then hug your knees in and lower. Nice deep breath, rocking those knees in and out. So our next move is rolling. And again, this might not be suitable if you have osteoporosis or an injury to your spine. So I'm going to give you a little modified version first. Drawing those knees and feet together so there's no space. We'll hug the knees in towards the chest, and then as you exhale, lower your toes to the mat and lengthen the legs away, but keeping this core nicely engaged. Take a breath in, and then on your next exhalation, slide the feet back in to hug your knees. So there's your modified version, which you can carry on with if you have an injury or a condition. Otherwise, coming with me, we're now going to open the knees out into a tabletop position, but a narrow tabletop. So there's no space between the knees and the feet. Elbows are soft. We've got 90 degrees there behind the knee, and we're just holding the side of the knees with the fingertips in catch position. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, coming up into your chest lift position that we had earlier. Keep those shoulders back though, and then continuing up just far enough to tap those toes, but without changing the angle behind the knee. And inhale, returning to your chest lift, tabletop, and exhaling straight up into that little toe tap. We're rolling along the spine with control, Not quite rolling like a ball, but a beginner version, and just finding that control with the abdominals. Whichever one you're doing now, just do a couple more, and inhale, and then exhaling all the way up into your seated position. Sitting up tall and then lengthening the legs. Bring your heels together and just switch on those thigh muscles. Lengthening up from the tail, all the way up through the spine into the crown of your head. Again, if you're injured, just stick to level 1 spine stretch, where your spine is tall and straight. Lengthening enough to feel that stretch along the back of the leg and through the spine, but not coming into a deep flexion. Otherwise, coming with me, we'll inhale to stretch. Exhale, we're scooping in with that tummy as we round over the legs. Lengthen away into the crown of the head, the spine stretch, and then inhale, repealing lower, middle, upper. We'll do 2 more stretches, either your level 1, long straight reach, or your level 2, rounding into that deep flexion. Restacking the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. 1 more. Well done. Inhale, exhale, out and down. Now just take those feet a little bit wider and we're going to flex the toes back towards you. We're switching on these leg muscles a little bit more for the saw. Inhale, lengthening out to the side. We've got a small spine twist and then dive across to the outside of your ankle or calf. The back arm has come up high and straight with the thumb on the bottom, and that front hand has the thumb on top. 2 outward breaths, coming straight back up and inhale. Let's go again. Exhale across. Up we come. Nice deep breath in and we're lengthening the hamstrings. We're lengthening those triceps. We're lengthening the spine and straight up, straight up. 1 more each way, and last time. Calming center and bring the feet together. We're going to roll down using the leg for a little bit of assistance now. So just scoop that knee towards you, lightly holding with those fingertips, engaging your abs. Inhale, exhale, and rolling down towards the mat. If you're not injured, just hold that chest lift position, tabletop. If you are, bring that head down onto the mat or onto your head block or towel. We're going to perform our single leg stretch next. So just changing that grip a little bit. Opposite hand to the inside of the knee and same side hand coming towards the outside of the calf. And we've got a nice outward breath as you reach away and stretch that bottom leg. Exhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, stretch. Keep that scoop or dish shape through the belly. And again. For level 1s, if your head is down on your towel or your head block, your bottom leg won't be quite as low to the ground. Here's your level 1 position, lengthening up a little bit higher now with that bottom leg in order to keep the spine engaged and down on the mat. Level 2s, once again, just watching those shoulders, and we're just lightly using those fingers to guide the angle of the knee and the foot. And 1 more. And hug it in. So now I'm going to lengthen those hamstrings a little bit more. Just stretch your bottom leg down the mat. Find those abs, drawing the back towards the mat and lengthening up leg into your hamstring stretch. Now be careful here not to have the arms straight and locked in this position here. You can see how it draws the shoulders away from the mat. So if you bring a little bit of softness to those elbows, keep the shoulders back, we can just use the fingertips to encourage that hamstring stretch. Drawing down with the belly and the rib cage, try to imprint your spine and lift your pelvic floor as you switch legs. We've got an outward breath as you draw it in, and now we've got the head on the towel or the head block here to keep the chin down so that the neck doesn't start stretching away from the mat like this. So if you're sticking to this level 1, make sure you have your head on that head block or towel. Alternatively, if you're not injured and you're not carrying any conditions, we can exhale into the chest lift, coming up towards that leg. Now in this position, I should be able to rock and roll a little bit, and that bottom leg's not quite coming down to the mat now. And I'm just holding that position with the upper body. Try not to rock up and down. Gentle flexion, lengthening into the crown of the head. Outward breath. And one more each way. Last time. And hug those knees in. Well done. Now next we're going to have a quick go at a modified version of double leg stretch. So rather than the full version, we'll start off with one hand under each glute. Find those abs drawing down with your belly, and make sure you stay nice and long with the back of the head so that that chin doesn't start drifting up towards the ceiling. I'm going to lengthen those legs, both of them this time, heels together, and they're really straight. We're working deep into those thigh muscles, tightening the tummy and the rib cage. The hands are just lifting that tail to give us a little bit of assistance here, and we're drawing up with the pelvic floor as well. Extend the legs slightly away, just a few inches, and then exhale to return them to the vertical position. And exhale. Now if you're struggling with these, perhaps your legs are a little bit lower, they're down here somewhere. Instead of moving those straight legs up and down, have a go at drawing the knees into the chest and then exhaling away. That's slightly easier. Keep the knees and feet together, exhaling away and exhaling away. If you're a little bit more advanced and you're not injured now, we'll bring the hands behind the head, exhale and come into your chest lift. And just practice moving those legs a little bit away and exhale in. And again, if you're struggling with these, have a go at the modified version, bending and extending. Inhale and exhale. Whichever version you're doing now, we'll do one more. And hug those knees in. Nice deep breath, and you can circle the knees around a little circle just to help you relax. So now we're going to do a little circle with those legs. Extend one leg down the mat and really press down into the floor with that mat. We've found the abdominal muscles again, we're just engaging those, and then bring your arms into a low V shape, just a little bit wider to plant those shoulders down. Drawing the knee in and then extending up. Again, we're lengthening into the tip of the toe. Imagine you've got a pencil attached to the end of your toe, and we're just going to draw a little circle across the sky or across the ceiling, taking a nice deep breath in for one circle and out for one circle. Each time the foot comes a little higher, you're drawing down with the belly and the rib cage. Now, if you find your leg is rather lower than this, perhaps it's come down here somewhere, Just bend your knee so the knee is above the hip. You've got a tabletop position, and draw your circle instead with the front of your knee. We're still coming across the body and out to the side. Now we're going to reverse the circle, going back the other way. And your goal is to keep the pelvis and the hips absolutely still. We don't want the opposite hip to lift and lower as you move your leg. So we're really having to work hard with the abs to hold everything absolutely still and stable. And then we'll lower that leg and go to the opposite side. Exhale up and And again, if you need to, bring your fingers across and just feel what's going on across the abs, across the pelvis, across the lower part of the rib cage, checking that the hip is not moving up and down as you draw your circle. If you're struggling, remember, bend your knee and draw the circle around the hip with that knee pointing straight up at the ceiling. And our goal, of course, is to keep everything else still and stable. And we'll just do one more in that direction. And hug it in and lower the leg. So rolling over onto your side now, and we're going to do a few circles in the side lying position. So you're going to lengthen the arm out along the floor and rest your ear across your bicep. Now, if you're losing a lot of head alignment because perhaps you've got wider shoulders, you could bring your towel and just place it underneath the head like this. But don't let your head just hover there with a gap underneath. We're lengthening the legs, reaching into those toes and stacking the hips one on top of the other, tightening the abs. Make sure you lengthen that top leg so that it is the same length as your bottom leg. Placing the fingertips just in front for a bit of support, we'll lift that leg and begin our little circles again. Now make sure the back of your circle is coming behind your bottom leg. Try not to make your circle predominantly in front of the body, but the same distance in front of the bottom leg as behind the bottom leg. And then reversing it, going back the other way. Breathing in for one circle and out for one circle. And again, in and out. And we'll do one more. Nice deep breath, keeping control of that leg, and out. Well done. Now before we go to the other side, we're going to roll over into prone position. So coming onto your tummy and just fold the hands one on top of the other. Part the feet so they're a little bit wider. And place the forehead onto the back of your hands. We're lengthening the back of that neck and just making sure the forehead doesn't part company with the back of the hand. Squeezing those glutes. Inhale to just float the body a little bit away from the floor. Exhale to lower. And we're just finding those back muscles. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Try not to move or lift your head like this. And we'll do 4 more. Squeezing those glutes. And 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. Inhale. And exhale down. Well done. Now we're ready to switch sides. Lengthening that arm out and resting your head on your bicep. Make a nice straight line through your body, stacking your hips. Top leg is as long as the bottom leg. And we're ready for those little circles that we did on the other side. So beginning to circle your leg, reaching long into the tips of your toes. The straighter the leg, the better. We're squeezing the glute, And again, taking a deep breath in for one circle and out for one circle. A little bit of a balance challenge, but don't forget your bottom leg here is nice and straight as well. So we're lengthening both legs as you take that circle. And reverse, reaching back behind you before you lift that leg. Reaching to the back and up. And 3 more. And up. And 2 more. Hello, Lammy. And up. And 1 more. Lovely circle. Beautiful. Well done, Lamb. Fabulous. And release. So from the circle position, come up onto your elbow next and place your elbow directly underneath that shoulder. We're going to do a level 1, level 2 and level 3 for the next exercise. We've got the knees bent, just make sure that top knee is as long as the bottom knee and the feet are stacked, hips are still stacked in that vertical position. So if you're level 1, we're using a little bit of help from that top hand. We're just going to exhale to lift the hip away. Try not to twist forward when you do that though, just using those fingertips and finding those muscles on the underside of the body, and then inhale to lower. Try and do 4 to 8 little hip hitches, and then when you've done 4 or 8 of those, we're going to do a little bent leg abduction. So just lifting and lowering that leg straight up and down so it fits straight back into its slot at the bottom, with that knee directly above the bottom knee. For level 2, we're going to come up into the same position, but stay up, lengthening the arms straight up towards the ceiling and just touching down with the hip for a moment, exhaling up. Inhale a little touch down, and again try and do 4 to 8 of these hip hitches. Then remaining at the top for your leg abduction. So we're holding that little half side plank position as you do 4 to 8 leg abductions with that bent leg up and down. And then for our level 3, we're going to extend that top leg. So you're lifted up, reaching the arm, top leg is straight, a little touch down, and again, touch down, exhale up, 2 more. Exhale up, and you can feel that shoulder working. Exhale up, hold it there, lift that straight leg up and down. And can we do 3 more? And push into that elbow and reach into those fingers. How about 1 more there? Exhale, inhale, and lower it down. Well done. So we've come over to the other side now for those little half plank routines, and just bring Lammy out of the way for a minute. Come sit down, good girl. So just stacking those knees and feet, placing your fingertips in front for that level 1 arm. It has the elbow directly underneath the shoulder, and you can use those fingertips just to start to lift the hip away, finding those muscles on the underside of the body. And try and do 4 to 8 of those before holding that position on the mat, and then lifting and lowering the top knee for 4 or 8, keeping that bent leg position there. For your level 2, we're coming up into the half plank. Tuck your butt in, lengthen into those fingers, and then a little touch down with the hips before exhaling up. Really squeezing the underside of the body. And then when you've done 4 or 8 of those, again, you're going to hold the position now in that plank before you add your leg abduction. And lift and lower and lift and lower. Now for your level 3, we're going to again come up into the half plank. Just bring those knees back a little bit more, just on a bit of a slope here, and then lengthen out your top leg for your hip hitches. Exhale up and exhale up, lengthen into those fingers, and exhale, and again, and one more. See if you can hold it there for the leg lift. Pushing up, lengthening up towards the ceiling, and two more if you can, working deep into the shoulder, and one more. Inhale and lower it down. Very well done if you manage those. So we've come back into the prone position now, lengthening the back of the neck, stretching those legs lovely and straight, and squeezing the glutes. Bring your hands either side of the body and reach long into the crown of your head. I'm just hovering the nose a little bit above the floor, just enough so I can start to feel those back muscles working. And inhale, stretching one arm out ahead, and exhale back. Inhale, the other arm, reach it out, and exhale back. Hold that body nice and still, and as you reach your way into your arm, reach your way into the same side toe of the leg as well. And we'll do one more each way. Inhale, stretch, exhale back. One more. Stretch and back. Well done. Now we're going to work the back of the arm, those triceps. So making a fist, make sure your knuckle is pointing straight down into your mat and your wrist is nice and flat and straight. Other side the same. Your fist should be directly underneath your armpit with your elbows nice and close into the body but pointing directly up towards the ceiling. So those elbows are higher than your body. Squeezing the glutes again, we'll inhale and just use the back muscles, rotate those elbows back and down, and exhale back to the mat. We're not moving the head or the neck, we're keeping those shoulders back and down, just using a little movement as you press into your fist, working those back muscles and glutes. And one more, just prepping ourselves ready for some tricep extensions. Forehead stays facing the mat, we're hovering just above the floor. Elbows stay still and extend that arm. Inhale, return your fist, other side. Extend. Inhale, return. Keep those elbows high and still. They should not be moving, the elbows. The upper arm is completely still. Just the lower arm, and squeeze those triceps. And again, and squeeze. Double arm this time. Exhale, tricep extend. Inhale, return your fist. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Two more tricep extensions. And in. One more. Exhale away and up. Nice and narrow. And inhale. Well done. Stretch those arms out. Reach them along the floor. Give them a good stretch. Keeping the chin in. We're gently going to push away from the floor. Just using those back muscles to lengthen. Engaging your glutes now. We'll reach the arms towards the back. Palms uppermost. Little twists, working those triceps. And we're going to twist the arm all the way around. Quick twists. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twist, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twist, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reaching those arms up ahead. Press the back up. And release. Well done. Let's find our child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat. Bring those toes together. Tail goes up, chest goes down. Lengthening into those fingertips. You reach the tail towards the back. Reach those fingers towards the front. And then bring that head in line into neutral spine. A deep breath into the back of your rib cage. And exhale. And then release. Well done.
So next we're going to incorporate a little bit more of our elbow plank and rotate that plank, or rotate the half plank anyway. Come down onto your tummy and just fold those hands today. And we're folding the arms, elbow still needs to be directly underneath the shoulder, and just push down into those elbows to lengthen the back of the neck. And the feet can be slightly apart, and then cross over your feet. So we're lengthening the quads, the hip flexors a little bit, and just a few times we're going to draw the heel in towards the butt and out. Just draw those heels in to lengthen and out, and exhale in and release, and one more in and release, and then squeezing the belly towards the small of the back to unpeel up into a little half elbow plank. So we're working those tummy muscles. We've folded the hands because I'm going to see if we can do a rotation to the side. So we're just going to flip the feet over, come onto the side, and then reach the hand up towards the ceiling. I'm still on my knees, but hips away from the floor. Come back to center, hold it there, and then let's see if we can flip it to the opposite side, sending that hip up towards the ceiling. The feet have gone down onto the floor. And center, nice and stable, and rotate. And center, stable, and rotate. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, you might want to lower those feet and come into your straight leg plank. Exactly the same move. You don't need to do anything with your feet. Just twist and reach. Leave the feet where they are, and back to center. And rotate. Back to center. Should we do one more each way? Why not? And center. Last time. Rotate your plank. And center. Well done. Lower those knees and relax the hips down. So we're going to come down into our lying position and just reaching into the crown of your head, stretching out the legs now. Lengthen into your fingertips and just bring those shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale. And as you exhale, then unpeel the back of the head, keeping the hands and the arms in the same position. Unpeel the upper spine, the middle spine, we're up onto those elbows, and then pressing into the hands to sit up. Move your hands so that they come a little bit behind the hips now. They're a little bit behind you, and we're going to keep those elbows in, ready to roll back onto the elbows. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, a half roll back. So we're scooping in with the belly, rounding and flexing through the spine, and just landing onto those elbows. Staying long through the neck, shoulders are down. Bring the elbows back a little more if you need to for a bit of support. And we're going to work those abs deeply, heels together. As you breathe out, just do a little pulse away from the mat, lifting the elbows slightly, keeping your flexion, and then inhale to replace them back down. And again, just a little lift of the elbow, and inhale to return. Exhale, a little pulse up for the third time. Inhale down, and on this fourth one, we're continuing up and doing a little sit up there. Let's go again. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale, pulse. For 1, for 2, keep the shoulders back and down, tightening those tummy muscles, and on this fourth one, pressing into the hands to sit up. Continue with this exercise for a few more, and if you want to, if you're feeling nice and strong through your arms, we're going to add an optional exercise. So there's our third. And on our fourth, exhale up, And continue, if you want to, into your reverse bridge position by lifting those hips away and squeezing those triceps. You've just worked really hard. Inhale to sit, exhale back. And again, we've got those little pulses, 1 and 2, breathing out, and 3. And on the 4th one, you can either sit up, or if you want to, add your reverse bridge onto the end of that. Turning down, keep your shoulders down. We've got 2 more sets. And exhale, 1 and 2. Keep that belly button moving towards the small of your back. Shoulders are down. And either just sit up, ready to roll back, or into your reverse bridge. Lifting and squeezing that tail. Last set coming up. Exhale, 1 and 2. And press those shoulders back. And 3. Reaching into the elbows on 4 and up. To sit up or reverse bridge. And lower. Very well done. Inhale, lengthen up tall. Level 1 spine stretch or level 2 over your feet. Shoulders are back, lengthening the neck, chin towards the chest. Nice deep breath in, and then exhale. We're ready to roll down slowly. You can use your hands if you need to, use your elbows if you want to. And working all the way through 1 vertebra at a time. Land those shoulders, and lastly your head. Inhale, full breath in and stretch. Exhale out and down. And we're definitely ready for some relaxation now. So just finding that lovely comfy position on your mat. Closing your eyes, relaxing your facial muscles, and allowing that breathing to slow quiet down.
For today's meditation, make sure you're lying or sitting in a completely comfortable position, in a quiet space that is free from distraction, so that you can focus on a deeply relaxing meditation for several minutes. Sit or lie quietly by yourself and close your eyes. Become aware of your breathing. Hear your breath as the air flows smoothly and gently, drifting in and out of your body. Focus on your breathing. Give it your attention, but don't try to control it. Listen to the rhythms of your body, the slow, easy breaths, in and out, the rhythmical beating of your heart. You are just an observer. Imagine the life force as it flows continually through your veins. Feel the life energy within you, a continual repetitive system, ongoing, the amazing living miracle of your body's systems. Breathing, beating, present and alive with the slow flow of your inward breath. Imagine you are drawing in positive light energy from the universe towards your center. There is an infinite flow of positive energy. Accept the abundance. Accept the infinite gift of life energy and take as much as you need. Imagine the air that you breathe is like a pure, bright, white light. Draw the white light in and breathe it towards your center. Breathe the light energy into your arms, all the way down the arms and into the ends of your fingers. Continue to breathe deeply. Slow, relaxed breaths. Send the positive light energy down your legs, all the way to your feet and to the ends of your toes. Feel its healing power. Take your next deep inward breath into your headspace. Fill your mind with pure, simple, uncomplicated light. Focus on the white light, expanding and filling your mind space. Feel the light energy cleansing, purifying, and detoxing your whole body and mind. Now focus on letting go of any tension. Let go of negative thoughts within. Release and let go of any feelings of stress or worry in your mind. Release the tension from your muscles. Imagine the tension now leaving, flowing, seeping out from your body as you take each outward breath. Slowly breathe away the negative energy. Feel it flowing out from the ends of your fingers, slowly away from the ends of your toes, and seeping from the crown of your head. Completely let go. Allow the tension to leave you now. Return your focus to your inward breath once again, continuing to draw in deep, energy-filled breaths. Send the positive light all around your body and into your mind. Feel the higher vibration of this positive light energy, completely absorbing it into every cell of your body and every space in your mind. Feel the light expanding now, becoming greater, wider, and brighter, all around you, completely surrounding you in a beautiful halo of pure white and gold light. Allow yourself to expand now into the light around you. You begin to feel lighter, unburdened, your thoughts simplified, purer, uncomplicated. You feel calm, peaceful, quieter. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is quiet. Everything is still. You are filled from within with life's energy, with gratitude for your body, and filled with an inner peace, completely present, serene, calm.